Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here with a great book by Gail Riplinger, In All of Thy Word. Now, it's a large tome, and basically it goes back to the Gothic Bible, the Anglo-Saxon, and follows Scripture. It's full of amazing bits of history. Now, a lot of people, she's full of alliterations and sometimes really caustic as well, but we'll see her, what she says in here, uncover time-buried eyewitness reports, views, and Bible study secrets of history's great translators and martyrs. See word-for-word translations, aided by King James translators' newly discovered notes, revealing exactly how the KJV translators, did their thing. And, she's written several college textbooks, and she's got a couple master's degrees, so I think I don't know all her qualifications, but she's not somebody to be dismissed ad hoc. I like this little quote she's got by Harvard University Press, Harvard University's Literary Guide to the Bible. It says, modern translators now mask the techniques of repetition, which are so basic to the literary effects of the Bible. The Renaissance translators' practice worked better. They were, for a start, shrewdly perceptive of the need to reproduce very close repetition, as for instance within a single verse. The reader of a modern version can find no such pattern. Again, the modern versions do not allow the reader such an insight. Too often the contrast between old and new versions shows up not merely in imperviousness on their part of the modern versions toward the Bible's literary facts, but a real desire to suppress them. And it goes on and on. It really lauds the King James Version of the Bible, Harvard's Literary Guide to the Bible. Another thing, a lot of people are interested in the Yahweh, Jehovah debate. And how do you pronounce the name of God according to Scripture? She's got a fantastic little thing in here on page 419, where it goes into that, and in several pages, as a matter of fact, but this in particular, where she has a quote, the higher critics use the new pronunciation Yahweh as so-called proof that the God of Israel was nothing more than a tribal God whose name had evolved from pagan gods like Yahu or Yahweh, worshipped by the Babylonians and the Canaanites and the Hebrews' captors and neighbors. They said Yahweh meant destroyer. The German critics said Yahweh is not a Hebrew name. With such a pronunciation would prove the Hebrews borrowed. And then it goes on to defend the Jehovah. But it's like, let's see, it's 1,149 pages, 1183, 1184, and her literature cited is just voluminous here. And so, fascinating book. I think you get it from AV Publications, and I'd highly recommend it. God bless you. Talk with you later in Jesus.